Good morning, traders. Good morning, traders. Welcome. Let's get started here. So sorry, I was wrapping up another meeting earlier, so I had to come in a little late. So we put it at around 10:15 or so. Let's jump in here. Let me just make sure everything's going okay. Yep, everything's good on YouTube. We're set to go. All right. So we're going to go through the auction process here, understand participants in the auction process, and this is what order flow is really good at. It can track that. We can see that. We can read it. We can get a feel for it, and that's the edge here. Using order flow. So if you have any markets you want to look at, let me know and we can take a look. But we're going to focus mostly on the S&P E-mini or maybe the NASDAQ. Let's jump in here. A few things. We had our Bookmap Academy meeting last night. If you guys are interested in there, good morning, Long the Revolution. The Bookmap Academy, if you guys are interested in this, there's a few things I want to show you here. You can just go to bookmap.com and you can click on the More button up here, and right here, go to Bookmap Academy, and this is where you can sign up and apply for it. It's a mentoring coaching program, you can actually go through the steps here, when you journal your trading and mark it up, and you do a really good job, we're happy to share the pie with you, so you can earn your way into getting Bookmap for free every month. You can even get add-ons like the stops and icebergs for free if you double that quota. So there's a quota to make, and all it is one chart per day. That's it. Just do a good job marking up your chart. It's in your best interest to do it. So here we have a community wrapped around it, and you can also there's an incentive economically as well. And all that's going to happen out of this is you're just going to improve. So why not go for it? Sign up for the Academy. Now, that said, there's something really interesting. And here's our checklist in here, and we'll maybe have to go back to this in a minute. But that said, about the Academy, there's a new pilot program that we're offering. Okay, it's within the Academy. Bruce's pilot program here. Let me show you where that is. You can go to bookmap.com, and we don't have it linked up yet. I'll just put the link in here for you, and you can come check it out. All right, and you can sign up for this. Now, there's no details on this yet that I have to send to you, but I can explain it. Like I said, we're just launching it now. It is a pilot program. All right, so anyway, I think you guys are really going to like this. It takes that Bookmap Academy idea of coaching and mentoring, and it highly focuses it. Let's see, there's people in our Discord chat room right now, or in this webinar, that are a part of it. Steven, Shark, Laura, DNT, and there's a few others as well. Just to see if this works. It is working. So this is why, and Laura. We know that this is a good thing. Let's take it further, and let's explore. Well, I encourage you to go for it here. What we do in here in this pilot program is we will go through you will use replay mode. You will study one specific setup. You will become an expert at it. You will rewind it in replay mode and play it again and play it again, this way, instead of waiting in live market conditions, we have it all set up nicely so that you can very quickly do this and build reps, become strong, understand the nuances in the setup, become an expert at it. When you do that, when you see it in the live market, it'll be like in slow motion. Okay, so anyway, I encourage you to go for it. Then there's other steps in the pilot program. So for example, replay mode, once you've gone through that, and you can speed up your replay mode, right? You can use 64 times. Good morning, Trading is Life. So you can go through many instances of this, and we want you to gain about 20 instances minimum. Okay, let me show you how we do it. In replay mode, you will record your trades, and then you will put it into a journal. All right, now here's Laura's, here's D&T's, here's Shark's, here's Shark's replay mode. Okay, so look at this, right? Look at that beautiful equity curve like this, and he is replaying it and going back, and he's got 27 trades in here. 27 trades of looking at one specific setup and becoming an expert at it. Okay, and he has data to show and prove. Now let's go over to Laura's here. She's got replay mode, but I want to show her live forward testing because Laura's put a lot of effort in this right up front originally. And here, this is actual in the market testing. Okay, it is in demo, but she is trading it. These are live trades. Okay, and she's got 40 trades in here. All right, and look how she's doing in here. Okay, it's not just the equity curve, but look at you know, the drawdowns and the consistency in here. Okay, so now you can see that she also marks up her charts. You can go through the trade history in here in your journal, and then your notes. Okay, look at Laura's notes in here. Okay, once it loads here, she's got a playbook now. She's made a playbook. Now, what's so interesting about this, here her charts are all marked up, and she's got the details in here, etc. Right? This is Bookmap Academy 101 right here, but now it's highly focused in this pilot program. Okay, she's become an expert in this setup. She knows what she's looking for. She is now trading live money in the market. Okay, she's gone from replay mode trading journal to forward testing in demo trading journal, and now she's doing one in live mode. Okay, it's really great. And look at all of these markups here. Through this experience, you guys are becoming the casino. You are building an edge, and through this edge, you guys you're going to be making money. Okay, I'm not going to say I guarantee it. There is all sorts of baggage that you bring with this that we found. You know, traders come in and it's like, oh yeah, I understand the concept. I just trade. I'll even show you which one it is, which one we're trading here. From the Learning Center, scroll down, supply and demand setups. It's this one here, trend line break and accumulation. Okay, watch this video. It's 2.5 minutes long. We're basing our criteria off of this. All right, so this is what you're going to focus on when you become really good at this. Doesn't matter about the setup. The setup is kind of just the vehicle. You're going to switch vehicles into another setup. Okay, that's going to be down the road though, and you'll be able to use this process for any setup. Okay, I've never seen something like this. This is rare. It is a part of trading that everyone says. You hear all the gurus on YouTube talk about, like, oh, you got to learn how to backtest. You got to learn how to build your edge. And then everyone's like, what do you mean? Like, how do you build an edge? This is how you do it. Okay, we've got a program right for you. All right. So anyway, if you want to sign up, let me put the link into the chat here, and go for it. You know, see if this works for you. Okay. All right. And I'll bring this over to YouTube as well for you guys. There you go. And over in YouTube. Okay, it looks like Dan already put it in there. Thank you, Dan. And we're set to go. All right, so that's that. Let's go through the disclosures, and then we'll jump in here. And we will need to kind of step back and look at our bigger picture checklist and our higher time frames. General disclosure: all Bookmap Limited materials, information, and presentations are for educational purposes only and should not be considered specific investment advice nor recommendations. The risk disclosure: trading futures, equities, and digital currencies involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, let's go back to our checklist here. And this is the process here for the Academy. Very simple. The impetus: what's moving the market out there. This usually comes from news, economic data, etc. And this is typically what's moving the market. It also might be large price levels and technicals like squeezes or just high liquidity and lots of trading activity. Could be earnings from bellwether stock. We want to understand what's moving the market. Then we want to understand our key levels. Where are our key levels on the higher time frame? Then we put these two together and start to develop scenarios and strategies. Where do we think price is going to go? And kind of outline it for the day. Well, it's likely to visit this key level, etc. Then you can see the last thing here is your setup. Okay, but if you don't go through this process in here, you are not putting the kind of probabilities behind you. Okay, this will make it much more probable that your setup is the right one for the day and that it is going to work. All right, and then you just have your checklist in your setup. You determine your risk and your sizing, and you execute. Okay, wait for your order flow event and you execute. All right, let's jump in. Let's take a look here. We've got looking at the S&P E-mini here, and yeah, I've already taken a couple of trades this morning. They were kind of break even, but and a loss here. So anyway, let's drill down and see what's going on in here in Bookmap. All right, so first things first, though, what's moving the market? All right, what's that impetus? And we had some data earlier today. We had our retail sales. We had some Empire State Manufacturing, and we had our 10 o'clock University of Michigan consumer sentiment and inflation expectations. I don't know. I don't think those are too important. The retail sales, of course, is and a little bit higher, or I'm sorry, lower for retail sales. And what does the market think of all this? Okay, now that was at 8:30, right in here. You can see the lack of liquidity around that news event, and you can see that this is how you get volatility, because there is a lack of liquidity. Anyway, we just kind of really go sideways for a while until the cash open, and we see pretty nice drop here. All right, so let's look at our key levels now. All right, so looking at the daily here, the hourly in the middle, and on the right hand side the 15-minute. So what do we see? Well, you can see on the daily we kind of popped up here, and we have come right back down though. Okay, so this is a false breakout. It did not withstand or hold, and we are back in the range now. Okay, we're back within yesterday's and the previous day, or 2 days ago. We're within that price action in the candle right here, as you can see. All right, so now let's take a look at the hourly. Here's the dip or the move back up that kind of dipped above, and then it is kind of slammed right back in. Okay, and right now, we just see don't really see too much on this either. Let's take a look at the 15-minute. All right, and what do we see here? And let's actually add a few more candles in here, I think. All right, I don't know if that was helpful. Let's take those away. So big range in here. You see the gap up, and then the filling of the gap here, and then again a gap down, filling of the gap, and just some back and forth in here. Okay, this gap also filled here, as you can see, opened up here. Nice trap on the 15-minute here, fills the gap, went lower, and we see some buying wicks down here. Okay, so I don't know what I think of this right now. I'm looking at these key levels though, the swings. Okay, so this 65 level, also down here at 60, and I'm also looking at where we opened up, and this key level up here around 95, but we've got the big figure up here at 65,000 up here, or 6,500, and you know, this is sellers coming right back in again after seeing these wicks and then retesting back up in here. So now I would look for, let's see if we can even take advantage of this. Okay, I would look for a retest back down to this wick. Okay, at 70, maybe we can hit some of this liquidity down here at 65 and 60. Okay, so here we go, right? And then how am I going to get involved in something like that? Okay, and what kind of setup is this? You know, is this a this would be a continuation pattern that we're looking for to the downside. And let's let me clear my drawings here, and let's kind of outline this and what it looks like here. All right, so yeah, this kind of broke. It's still kind of holding here, and we also have something here, right? And that's holding now too, as you can see. Okay. Now, it doesn't matter if it's trend lines. It can be horizontal lines. It could be your volume profile, whatever you like to use. All we're doing with the technical analysis in here and the trend lines and horizontal lines is we're marking up market structure. That's it. That's what we're doing, right? So, for example, market structure-wise, this is a big zone in here, okay? And right now, price is chopping around in that zone. Right, and look at your volume profile in here. Okay, you can see this has become a very nice single distribution profile in here. Okay, so what does that mean, right? What are we looking for on the 15-minute candlestick? We're kind of looking for sellers to come back down in and maybe trade into these lower levels. All right, do we see sellers coming in? No. We need to clear all of this value area. This is a value area because of the profile. This is the price structure. Okay? We need to see a break of that, and it has to be on high volume. It has to be to move away from this area in here that is acting like a magnet. Okay, because price is accepted in here with, you know, several thousands of trades, you know, tens of thousands of trades in here. And price has accepted in this area in here. So for it to move away, we need to see something pretty dramatic unfold. Else, we just sit on our hands and we wait. All right. So let me see if there's any questions here. The pilot program session, awesome idea in the community field. Yeah, absolutely. Along the revolution, you signed up. Excellent, excellent. I'm really convinced of this program. Like I said, I haven't seen anything like it before in the past. Something that will help, because most of us are so accustomed to, here's the setup, now you're on your own. Just YouTube and Twitter is filled with that. Instead, here we're going to show you through multiple trades how you're going to trade that setup and make it your own and build an edge out. Yeah, it's great. Damien, this pilot program in here, the links above in the, you know, check. Well, you can't really check it out much, but we it's part of the academy basically, and you will. It's kind of hyper focused on very specific setup and journaling within the Bookmap Academy. All right, I kind of think of it like a special forces, special ops, or something like that. All right, let's see. Any other questions over here? No. Okay. All right. I'm not seeing anything, guys. Not seeing anything. So we're just chopping around in here. You know, I can show you something. I'm was looking at. Here we go. Here's this kind of interesting. Buyers now above this. We're still within the big structure here, right? No doubt about it. In fact, let me get rid of this one here, and I'll use the drawing tool we have for the channel. Okay, and we'll just go like this. Hold the shift key down and make it horizontal. And then I'm going to edit it, and then we'll bring it down to here. Now I'm going to edit it again, right click, edit, and I'm going to extend it to the right. Okay, there we go. All right, so that's a channel there. Actually, should make it lower. Let's edit it again, and it's a pretty big channel. Yeah, it's almost 10 points wide here. Okay, and you can see we're kind of breaking out of this little zone in here, and so I would look for a trade, trade back up. If enough buyers come in, I'm looking for them to retest up here or up to the top of the channel here at 83. Okay, and that would be, you can see how much trading took place up here. Not much, right? So we're going to see if there's a lot that trades on the buy side up in here. That's what's going to make the market charge up into this low volume node or low volume area in here. Okay. All right, so this did not accept. Trade hit this high liquidity, did not accept. Sellers coming in. All right, is that enough now? Looks like it. Let's actually take a shot at this. I'm going to put a sell stop in here, and maybe I'll even look to see if we can. No, I'll get rid of that. I'm looking for. I see some selling coming in, but we have not broken the structure yet. In fact, just because of that, then we're going to put it down below. Okay, so we want to see. I mean, we're seeing it come in now. Some of the selling, and it's pretty good. It's picking up. Okay, so now we want them to break and then continue breaking, right? That's what we're looking for. So I was maybe getting a little antsy in here, but the reason I was because I'm looking for the break. I was looking for trading it down to here, and then I've got a little more risk reward or a little more breathing room on my side. It's a little more of a kind of a nuance there, and I can put my stop at break even very, very quickly if I'm looking for this to continue. Else, just trade it down to the bottom of the range as a scalp. All right, well, let's see this edge, the bottom edge in here, starting to build out a little bit. Our single distribution that was looking really good before, like this, is starting to build out down here. Okay, so that's why we can look for, if we can get sellers back down here, they can break this here because there's a lot of selling down here, and then we can start to fill this in here, and maybe we can go to lows of the day down here. Looks like it's around 68 or so after that 10 o'clock news. Thanks, Alois. Yeah, I see you put that pilot program in as well. Guys, even look, if you have been trading your own style for years, and you are a total expert at it, I mean, you can still join and come in and go through this process. I would highly recommend that you do it with the trend line break and accumulation setup. And if you're already an expert in your setup, though, I would encourage you go through it for trend line break and accumulation, and then get that down, understand the process, get the support from the community, and then jump in to your own setup, okay, and go through the same process again. Okay? I think you'll find that extremely helpful. All right, guys, so we are seeing that selling coming in now. Now they need to really pick up here. Okay? It's not bad. We do have some trap volume in here, and we do note that there's some more selling down in this area in here. Okay, so now we're looking for, let's see if we can get a break of it. There's another way to get involved in this, actually, and I don't have to take the risk like this, because I might get trapped, might just hit the lows here, and then move right back in immediately. All right, so I'm going to actually cancel that, and I'll show you what we're looking for instead. We're going to wait for this move to unfold, and then we're going to look for a pullback. Now, there's a problem with that setup, and the setup, or the problem is that we may miss it completely. All right, we may not get that pullback. All right, let's zoom in, and where do we want to put our buy or our sell? We'll put it here where it just broke. Okay, so let's see. Now here comes our pullback, right? Let's see if we can get it here. And how much did this go through by? Not much, you know, 2.5 points. That's it can easily come back up into here, easily. We're looking for like 3 or 4 to 5 points really, and then a pullback, and then that's kind of moved far away enough from here and accepted that you usually don't get a move back into the value area or this consolidation area here. Okay, so we're filled right on a limit sell here, and you know the benefit here is we might have gotten a great fill. However, we still may see buyers come back in and just move this right through us. It could have moved right through us right here, and that's the downside of using the limit for something like this. Okay, so different orders for different types of trading strategies. All right, so now where do we want to go? Let's take a look here, and this is starting to play out. Well, where might it go? What do you guys think? 64.50. Are we going to get a really big move like that? 30-point move, 27-point move. Let's look at our higher time frame here. Now, this is what we assessed earlier on our higher time frame. Is like we're looking for. We see all these wicks down here, but this is the third time that we're down here. I'm looking for follow through. I'm looking for these sellers to hit and retest back down here to 68, 65, or maybe 64.60. Now let's line this up with liquidity. Okay, we said 68, 64, and 64.60, right? All right, well, let's put it down here. This liquidity's been in here for a while. So is this liquidity here. Okay, that's what we're looking for. All right, now how about managing our stop? Okay, where are we wrong on this? You know, maybe it trades back up to point of control. I'm going to move it down just a little bit, right? So I'll give it a little bit of breathing room here if it trades back to this kind of high volume node here. Okay, makes sense, guys. This is not a trading room, just so you know. Teddy, you think it's 64.50? Maybe. Guys, I really want to re-emphasize again. This is not a trade recommendation. It says real trading down here. However, check it out over here. We're in demo sim mode here from Bookmap's demo account, and I'm routing that into my demo account in the trading journal as well. All right. So this is only for demo purposes to understand not just the setup, but management as well. Okay, that's the education that we want to get across here. Okay, so you can see that our move is pulled back again, right about to our entry point here. Okay, and this might be a real nice squeeze, a real nice trap, and we will be part of that food in there. We'll be part of the food chain if we get that squeeze. Okay, so let's see though. Okay, so now here, see this small little area and this cluster of volume. If we see more selling back down here at 72, it looks even better for follow through. Okay, because I don't see much buying here. I see more selling still. Okay, along the revolution, you say 64, 70, 78. Yeah, 70 looks pretty good. All right, now look, this volume looks pretty good on the sell side. This whole value area in here that we marked up, there's a lot of trapped traders in here, and we're starting to see it accept lower. Now we never know, right? We never know. All we can do at this point is let it work out and manage the risk. Manage the take profit, manage the risk. Okay, is it accepting? Or do we see buyers come back in right up in here and whip it away right back to the other side of the range, maybe hit up into the 80 or 84 liquidity levels up here? Okay, I'm still staying sell side here, waiting for it to work out. We went through this whole process here. We looked at our higher time frames. We know there's wicks down here, but it's revisiting it again, and you see that the buyers in here, yeah, they broke this little swing here, but they didn't on this candle, and they certainly haven't on this candle. So even though there's buying wicks down here, and we know we're going to run into some buyers, it's looking like there's not much buying up here. So more selling, and I think we can get back down and retest some of these lows. Okay, that's what we're going for, and that's what the order flow is supporting as well. 70 would be a really nice single to hit if that's what you're looking for, and build some confidence in this strategy. So I would agree with you on long the revolution on that. Okay, so you think it's going to hit here at 70 and then come back up to 78? Maybe. We'll manage it. Boy, this is it just, another ingredient, and it doesn't really bode too well for these webinars, is time. Time is another important element in here, and we just have to kind of sit around and wait. Pete, this is something maybe you'd be interested in, this pilot program. So maybe Snowman, some of these other guys over here, Duzman, sure. CMJ maybe. Go. We'll get more into more details here about it. Oh, you just joined. Okay. Yeah, it's just a program we have to build a playbook and build an edge using a system or a program that we have, this pilot program. You'll see the link up above, CMJ and Snowman there. To sign up for it. It's part of the Bookmap Academy. It's just going to be really focused. Special ops, trading ops. All right, sellers, let's see it here. We've been bouncing around in here looking for a follow through by the sell side now. We're back down here. We do see some selling, some. I'm looking for them to try to extend it into make lower lows. Okay, CMJ, you've been MIA for a bit. Yeah, no problem. Still looks good. I would still go with it. I don't know if there's any Trump speaking and it's tentative. Maybe the market's kind of waiting for that. That can really, that's a risk that we take here for sure. There's no question about that. All right, so another thing, like this is yeah, we're managing this position here, and yeah, we went through all of this, the whole process in here. There's a thing in here that it is not making me feel too good about the trade. Is that it's a very small range down here. Now the volume is pretty good. That looks good to me, but we want to see it kind of move away and establish a new trading range that is deeper and wider than this. These can get upended pretty quickly, but if it's deeper and wider in here, that's a lot harder. So that's a risk we're taking here, and it's something to note. If we're looking for the bigger move in here, well, then it's going to be kind of a measured move of this same range, right? So we'd be looking for something like this, right? And then that's where maybe we can align a target here. And we said 64.65, right? Well, maybe that's a good place to put it. Put our target down there. Okay. We'll see. Let's see if here come the sellers. Let's see if they can muster this here. For those of you wanting to build your confidence, this is where to take your profit. Hit your single, take 4 points out of the market and look for another one. All right, because if this comes back and knocks you out, or you take a small loss, you've just lost some confidence. Okay? Instead, like, just look for something easy and simple to unfold. Take it, move on to the next, take the next one. It's really important to build that. It'll energize and inspire you, motivate you to look deeper into trading and get better. Taking losses is just going to kind of depress you, and you know, it's harder to overcome. Okay, and then maybe you start over trading. You know, maybe you start doing all sorts of things. Revenge trading, right? Instead of just happily walking away and you know, taking your profit. Trump is already flying to Alaska. Okay, so I thought he was already there. I don't know. Alois, you've been following the news pretty closely, so I have not. I just know that they're meeting. I don't have any time dates or stamps or whatever. 3 p.m. Eastern. Okay. Got you. This is painful. Let's take a look here. Yeah, it's just kind of grinding lower, but you know, we see again some wicks in here, and we might get another move back up to like 75, or I don't know. Long the Revolution said something like 78. I don't know. I'm looking at maybe some more rejection in here that we got in on that pullback, or maybe, you know, kind of move back up into here, and then another rejection. So maybe that's what the market is kind of doing here. Yeah. Okay. Right back up to our entry here, or pretty close to it. How's everyone doing today? Everyone out there, like, I am elated it's Friday, I'll tell you that. Let's see, question here. Short description of the pilot program. Yeah, I need to put that together for you, Snowman. But basically, all it is we're going to give you files of a setup. You're going to replay them. You're going to look for it. You're going to get good at it. You're going to replay it again. You're going to be able to speed it up. in replay mode. You're going to build at least 20 instances of it, and now you have some sort of data that shows if you have an edge or not, or likely, that experience is going to be your edge there too, that you know what it looks like and how to take it. Then after you go through that process and use the replay mode and the trading journal, you'll get into forward testing, okay, in the live market. You can still go and back test. In this pilot program, we got 8 or 9 traders in there right now, we had just come up with this idea that every morning replay. Use that replay. Try to replay if there was a good setup from yesterday. Go through that one. Go through others. So you're going to be doing your reps in the morning before you trade. So you'll be all set, prepared. Your mindset's all good to go, and then you got your forward testing. So you'll be doing replay mode always, but you'll be forward testing as well, putting that into your journal. Here's that journal here from Laura, her forward testing journal here, she's got 40 trades in there, and then she's moved on into live mode now. Okay, so this way this is the casino part here. It's a collection of one setup, so you know now that it works for you or not, and you know how to trade it. So this is where we get lost, I think, as retail traders. Instead, we're just thinking one instance, one trade. Who cares? 40 trades. Now we're talking, 50, 100. Now we're talking, and build out that edge. I encourage you all to sign up, I think it's something special, I think we're gonna build some amazing traders from it. All right, guys, we finally hit 70. I don't know. Is this the move we're waiting for, or should we just kind of, hide or put our stop at break even and hide behind this liquidity up here at 73, or just take our profit here? It hit 70, it traded it, and it's bouncing around a little bit. Or is this the easy money here? Finally, we're going to get some follow through after this back and forth in here. Okay, I'm going to hold, and knowing full well I might not make anything out of this, and that's okay. Okay, if you had multiple contracts on, you could take one off here, and now move your stop to break even like this. And it's not being at break even so much, it's at the top of the range here, and you're trying to kind of hide behind some liquidity, protect your stop or your profits. Doing well, Duzman. Yeah. Like I said, though, I'm looking forward to the weekend. It's a big holiday in Europe, so a lot of the team has taken the day off. That 65 liquidity looks kind of tempting here. You can see I moved it from here at 66 3/4 down to 62 1/4. We're gonna kind of keep it here. Yeah. You should move to the UK for no, you guys have some holidays there, right? In the UK, Dan? Pretty good. Statehood day in Hawaii. You're in Hawaii, Matt. Nice. So you're up pretty dang early here. Wow. Ah, you only have one more public holiday until Christmas in the UK there. Okay. Yeah, it looks like we're going to get stopped out, guys. That's why, you know, like hit that single, right? So we're stopped out at break even. We didn't make anything off of that. All of that, all that effort for nothing, you know? Well, let's go back and review. Okay. So why? And what could we do that's different? You know, this is a low volume node up here. I mean, maybe we should have kept our stop up here, right? That's one thing to do. That because this could still, it's still in play. You can see it came up here, and it's back in the range already. So it's still in play. Okay, I'm just not willing to, at this point, like, you know, I saw the selling down here. I'm looking for follow through. And I'm not willing to turn a winner into a loser, right? And that's, I know that, I understand that, and like I have to accept that. Another thing is, like we said earlier, take your profit at 70, and you can see it bounced after 70. So that's another thing to do. Or you know, maybe you had two contracts on. Maybe you're trading micros. Take some off and move your stop down. You can move your stop to an overall break even, which would probably be up here someplace, because you got let's see, you would have gotten 74 to 74 points, right? So 74 to 78. You could put your stop up here actually, and then the overall would be break even would be up here, and you'd make nothing on the trade. Here you just made half your profit. The other half you didn't make anything. You scratched it. All right. So now let's talk about. So we went through the setup in some detail. We can go through the trade management in some detail now too. Okay, now we don't know. We never know, but it's something to consider. And then building your confidence and building your trades out, and your playbook out, like this self or this reflection afterwards, I think is really important, because you know, what do we have here? You know, we're coming back down to the lows, and the selling's good, okay, and we're looking for that, and due to our higher time frame levels here, and we knew there would be some buyers down here. But since there was still momentum here to the downside, I'm looking for this test down to at least like 68, and we were looking for a move much lower, like that 62 down here, okay, which still might unfold. Okay, this just might be another kind of retest back up here and then rolls back over again, and we get more sellers. Okay, we don't know, but our setup is done. So if that is the case, and you start to see some buyers in here, and it's not really following through, just take the single, hit the single, and you know, move on, and you're going to feel better about it. And there's a question here, or these are the trade-offs here. If you took the profit here and it came down here to 65 or 62, how would you feel? Okay, so let's go through a few scenarios in here. One would be you took your profit and it comes down here. Would you feel really bad? You might feel bad, but you know that you had a winner and you'd feel pretty good. And you know that, like, that's the, what you give up. Another one is, what if you just kept your stop way up here and got stopped out and turned this winner into a loser? Okay, you'd probably feel pretty bad. That's that's the way you played it. Maybe you don't. Maybe you've got enough experience with the setup and with trading that you're okay with that. It's fine. Or what if you held it and get stopped out up here, okay, at break even? Well, I don't feel so bad about it. I knew that was possible. I'm okay with it, and move forward. So there's like different ways to kind of handle this. Now you can go back in replay mode and run through this again too, right? And replay it again and again with different trade management methods as well. Okay, and that can be really, really helpful. So then you become much more experienced very, very quickly, and you find out a style that works for you. You can also look at this and go, okay, well, what's going on today? Fundamentally, Europe's off. Maybe I am expecting chop in here. Maybe I am expecting some back and forth in here. And for that reason, like I'm just gonna play the bottom of the range here at 70 and get out. And maybe that's the way to do it. And then what if it does come down here though? And with that outlook for the day, how would you assess it then? And would you be upset, or would you be okay with it and just say, hey, you never know? But look into the details here, because like this kind of reflection after the fact is where you're going to learn. Yeah, so Matt, you kill your winners too quickly. Pretty good at limiting losses. That's great. Okay, well, this pilot program might be really good for you. Because crazy psychology at play. You need the reps and the patience. Absolutely. Thanks, Pete. Hey, Pete, sign up. Really, seriously. Humor me. I know you got tons of trading experience. But this is kind of unique, and it is very, very focused. Focus. If you guys come into this, focus is key. You have to be focused exactly on the one setup and the criteria for the setup. There's only 4 elements of criteria. Okay, so you're pretty busy, focusing on other stuff, Pete. Hey, one of the benefits of this as well is using that replay mode. We're going to give you like a folder of replay files. Okay, I think I have 11 of them now, and God, I can probably turn it into like 15 or 20 in the next week or so. All right, because I was away for a bit. Anyway, the beauty is those replay files you can play anytime. You can play it over the weekend. You can play it at night. You can play it in the morning, you start to really get good at your setup. In fact, that trend line and accumulation, I don't see it here, but it is breaking this trend line here, or this structure here. Okay, so with this 80 liquidity looks pretty good. We might even get back up into 85 up in here. Okay, this is a squeeze unfolding here. So anyway, one thing we don't have though, we just don't have it in the setup. One of the criteria in the setup is looking for at least 3 levels of passive accumulation. And we don't want to fool ourselves. Like yeah, we could say like, oh yeah, okay, we do have 3. No, not really. We want to see it all the way down, like 3 or 4 or 5 levels, but at least 3. Okay, and if we get that, now we know that these buyers, these limit buy orders, these passive buyers here got filled. And we know that they are absorbing the sellers. So the next thing we're looking for, well, let me back up. The first thing we're looking for is a higher time frame level. It has to be. Okay. Now we're looking for order flow around that higher time frame level. Okay, so we're looking for accumulation passively, and then what has to happen after that is a break of structure. It has to happen. Okay, and we have to find buyers, aggressive buyers here. So we do have some passive accumulation at kind of low of the day here. So we do have kind of a key level. It's not the greatest, but we do have something, okay, around this 69.70 level, and we do have some accumulation here. But this is not good enough in my book. So I'm not really looking for this to go, you know, back up to 6,500 or whatever. It might. We never know. But you know, we really want to see it accumulate in here. Then we want to see that break of structure, and then we want to see those aggressors. Okay, so I didn't have it all in here, but we have like 3 of the pieces in here. 2.5 or something like that. All right, let me show you here. It's probably best just to show the original video here. It was a good example with the NQ. Here's what we're talking about in terms of passive accumulation. Look at all that. Now, this one's really good because not only is it passive accumulation all the way down, and not only is it a key level of 21,000 here. Look, I didn't mention it in the video, but we have a stop run here and a flush through that 21,000. Everyone got stopped out. It hit another level of liquidity here. Now we're looking for a break of structure. Now it can be a trend line, it can be horizontal, but then we're looking for accumulation on the buy side, which you do see in here, and that's where you get in. Okay, and now you're looking for targeting areas of high liquidity on the offer. Okay, you're looking at your swings and your high liquidity. In some cases, like this example here, it was a tremendous reversal. It went from 21,000 here to 200 points higher to 22,000. I'm sorry, was it? No, 22. Hold on. 21,000 to 21,200. So you know, these moves can be really, really powerful. All right. Yeah. So look at the sellers come right back in now. Okay. Well, why? I mean, it still may hold. We may find aggressors again here, but we just didn't have all the criteria in here to justify this move, and we're not looking for continuation. We just kind of maybe got a squeeze here, and we see some aggressors come in. We don't have a lot of buyers, passive buyers behind us here. Okay, so stop everybody out. Look at this. We're back in, and now let's see if we can get more sellers back down here and the continuation. Okay, So we'll see here. Anyway, guys, we got to wrap it up here. Yeah, the video playback. Pete, I think you play poker, right? What was it? Joe Cotta. I remember Dan found his name yesterday. It was years ago. He was 21 years old and won the poker World Series of Poker. It's listed in YouTube. Here, we can look it up. I gotta look it up. I gotta show you guys. It's pretty cool. Wikipedia, and the Kid. He's known as the Kid. What does it say in here? It says, here, look at this. Online poker at PokerStars. 2,000 hands per day. Per day. What if you went through replay mode in a setup and went through it 2,000 times? Just think about that. I mean, you're going to be such an expert. I mean, you're just going to be a complete expert in it. And when it unfolds, you know exactly what to do, how to trade it, and move forward. Okay. Nancy Silverson, a baker, had to bake. So Pete is saying this: bake bread 10,000 times before she can serve it to someone without knowing they'd smile. With knowing they'd smile. Yeah. There you go. So, and what the thing is though, with this replay mode in Bookmap, is you don't have to bake 10,000 times. I mean, over time, you can get your 10,000 reps in a couple weeks. You know, if you wanted. Think about that. I mean, think about how good of a trader you'll be. And you're going to blow doors on all of this other education out there. You'll blow the doors off. Everyone's go, oh, look at this setup, look at that setup, whatever. No, it's not. The setup's just the starting point. You'll be looking at other criteria to justify that setup and become an expert at it. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, guys, we'll wrap up here. Let me again put that link in there for you if you came in late, because it sounds like a lot of guys did. Hold on a minute, find it. Okay, yeah, here. This is the Bruce's pilot program, and let me put it over here to you guys in YouTube. There you go. And I think you guys see it many times here again in the All Markets webinar. Okay, excellent, Snowman. Yeah, Snowman, I'll reach out and try to put these details together for you so that if you signed up for the program, you're interested in the program. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks everybody for coming. Have a great weekend, and we will catch up on Monday. All right. Yeah. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.